Hello, 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 everybody. It's your friendly neighborhood Spider Boy Fault back at it again for another little story time upload. Got some more Fortnite gameplay in the background for everyone. It's pretty good. I mean, the first game's a pretty banging game, but the second game's So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. So let's dive into it. Today we're going to be covering how I got into a quote-unquote gang fight. So let's get into it. So this all takes place my freshman year of high school. It was actually the first semester, and that's important, as you'll find out later, because I went to a different high school my second semester of freshman year than I did my first. And in the high school that I went to my first semester, there were some not so nice people, to say the least. So that being said, this story completely revolves around that very not nice group of people. That's the gang that we fought. I keep saying gang because they're not actually a gang. They want to think of themselves as a gang. They try and be gangster even though they're the whitest kids ever. But anyways, yeah, that's the little preface to the story, and here we go. So on this fine day, I walk into school just trying to mind my own business, get my grades, trying to fit in, because actually the middle school that I went to before this, the middle school didn't feed into this high school, so I didn't know anybody going into this high school. So I was trying to make some friends, fit in, do my thing, and for some reason, this group just did not like me. So they had a hard time with me for some reason. So they were always looking for trouble with me, wanted to fight me, all this bull. But on this fine day, I had made it through my first 3 periods, and then I went to lunch, and I was like, all right, everything's going to be fine today. Like, this is going to be a good day. I was having a pretty fine day at this point. And at lunch, not the actual kid who wanted to fight me, but one of the kids from the group came over and was like, yo, let's give him a name. Let's call him Jimmy. Jimmy wants to fight you at lunch today. Like, meet us here. If you're not, you're a pussy. And I was like, well, why? Like, okay, something you guys should know about me is I don't like to fight. Like, obviously I'm going to defend myself if someone tries to, like, punch me or, hurt me in any way. But if I can avoid a fight, I'm going to avoid the fight. So I decided it'd be a better idea to go up to the library, kind of disengage myself from the situation, and kind of just hang out until this all blew over. So I go to the library, I get through lunch, I get through the rest of my day just fine. Nothing came of that. I didn't see any of them until the end of the day. And at the end of the day, Jimmy actually came up to me, and was like, yo, where were you at lunch? I wanted to fight you. I told you that. And I told him, I was like, hey, I didn't think you were serious because, one of your little boys came up to me and told me you wanted to fight me. And he was like, no, I was serious. We're fighting tomorrow. And I go, whatever. So obviously I was going to try and get out of this again too. So, the next day rolls around. And so that was a Thursday. Today is a Friday. So I get to school, don't see them. I go to lunch, I don't see any of them. It's the end of the day. Finally, one of them comes up to me and goes, we were looking for you today. And I was like, I didn't see any of you guys. I was looking for you too. And he goes, all right. Well, I'll tell you what, since you won't fight me, you're going to fight all of us. And I go, wait, what? This whole situation has just changed. And he goes, yeah, our gang is going to fight you. Bring whoever you want, you're going to get your ass kicked. And I go, all right. So I call up my friends. And if you guys know anything about my friends from the previous videos, Ryan was there. He was involved. And so our group is just full of seniors and big guys. Or they were seniors at this point. So we decided that it'd be a good idea to, well, what first off we were going to do is we're going to tell them to meet us and fight us, really. And we were hoping that once they saw all of us and how big my guys were, that they were just going to back down. Because keep in mind, they had about 6-7 kids in their group. We had about, I want to say 5-6 kids in our group, but like 2 of them counted as 2 people just because they were so big. So I texted Jimmy, and I was like, okay, this is happening. Sunday, meet us 6 o'clock here at this parking lot. So I get through my Saturday. They're all texting me, talking shit about how they're gonna kill me and like all this BS, right? Like the big boy talk, like the, oh, I'm gonna do this and that to you on this fight because they think they're gonna actually destroy me, right? So, but little did they know what they had in store for them. So we get through Saturday. Finally, Sunday rolls around. I go out with my boys. We're all hanging out. We're all having a good day. And then we're like, oh, this is supposed to happen today. So it gets closer to the time that we're supposed to fight. Like 5 o'clock rolls around. We're all getting ready. We're all at the parking lot. We're all hanging out. 6 o'clock rolls around. I text them and I'm like, yo, where you at? And they're like, we're on our way. So they never showed up. I sat there for probably about 3 hours. It was probably about 9 o'clock before we decided that we were going to go do something else. They never showed up. I texted all of them. None of them responded. Nothing. So I decided to just go on with it. I was like, whatever. So they just because they all just like kind of never texted me because they were like, we're showing up, and then they just didn't. So we had a bomb night on Sunday. Like, it was an awesome night. We all just hung out, like did some, I'm pretty sure we went ice skating, which was super cool. So Monday rolls around. I walk into school. They're like, yo, where were you? And I go, no, where were you guys? Like, you guys were supposed to meet us here at 6 o'clock. And they're like, oh, we got the address wrong. And I go, you got the address wrong. Oh, really? Are you sure you guys just didn't post out? Like, is that how this was? And they go, no. And I go, all right. This Saturday, 6 o'clock, again, this parking lot. And I sent them the right address. I made sure it was the right address. And they go, okay. So Monday goes fine. Tuesday goes fine. Wednesday rolls around. Jimmy comes up to me. He goes, no, I want to fight you one-on-one now. And I go, nah, dude. This is happening Saturday. Our gangs, we're going at it. Well, gangs, air quotes. But we decided that we're going at it on Saturday. And I was like, nah. So they're all talking trash, you know, like I said they were. Thursday, Friday rolls around. Finally, it gets to Saturday. I go out with my boys again. You know, we're all hanging out. 5 o'clock rolls around. I text them. I'm like, yo, you guys actually going to show up this time? And they go, yeah. So they say they're going to show up. 6 o'clock rolls around. 2 cars pull into the parking lot. Keep in mind, these kids are freshmen. So they had to get their moms to drive them. I literally saw a mom and a dad. It was a mom and a dad that rolled up into this parking lot driving their freshman little kids to this gang fight. So they hop out of the car. I'm in a car with Ryan, actually. All my buddies they're sitting in their cars. They're laying low because we're hoping to like all pop out and scare them into like leaving and backing down. So I pop out with Ryan and they go, all right, we going to do this? And I'm like, well, you're here. We're here. Yeah, we're going to do this. And I yelled and I was like, yo, boys, get out. I was like, yo, boys, get out of here. And then they kind of like looked around and they were like, wait, what? So then everyone gets out and walks up, and I'm in the middle of these 5-6 kids, and they're all on my sides, and and I just go, all right, you boys ready to do this or what? And they just all look at each other and go, and like take a step back, and they all kind of like huddle, and then they're like, yeah, we're ready to do this. And I go, are you guys sure? You sure? Like, because they knew, like, at that point, they knew they were going to get their ass kicked. Like, they were just like, well, I mean, maybe it won't be too bad, because, like, and then we won't, like, because then they were thinking when I got to school on Monday, obviously I was going to tell everyone about this, and they were like, well, if I back down, like, what is everybody going to think? So, we finally we're about to go, right? So everybody's in their stance, and finally, me and Jimmy walk up to each other and we just start going at it, and then everybody just dives into this pile, and it looked like a dog pile in football. And finally, so everybody kind of like gets up, gets back. I've got Jimmy on me because Jimmy was the original one who wanted to fight me. My buddy, who like I said earlier, accounted for like 2 kids. He's got 2 of the biggest kids, and all of a sudden, I just see him rock one and then like throw the other one. Like, he literally picked this kid up and absolutely just jucked him. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. He body slammed this kid. It was insane. So I'm still going at it with Jimmy. Eventually, Jimmy gets tired and jumps in. Because, okay, so the thing you should know. Okay, so we have this friend, and he doesn't know when to stop. So this kid's on the ground, and he's kicking the shit out of him, like kicking his ribs, his face. So Jimmy looks over, sees this, and jumps on my friend that's kicking the shit out of this kid because he doesn't know when to stop. So as this happens, he jumps for my friend, and I kind of like, I step back to like back into the right because he jumps over into the left, and then I jump onto this kid, rip him off my friend's back, and like flip him over my body straight back and onto the concrete. And this kid's out. He's out cold. Like, he is dead. I was like, oh, I might have just killed some kid. Like, this is bad. Luckily, he was okay though. He didn't come to school on Monday. I fucked him up. But so after that, the fight kind of calmed down. Like, another kid got rocked. Like, we knocked like 4 of these kids out, and then the last 2 were like, we're done. Like, you guys whooped us. So finally, they all kind of like, they call their parents, they get back in the cars, and they leave. And we all kind of look at each other like, wow, did we really just fight a bunch of freshmen? Because everybody was 17 at the time. I was 14, and then all my friends were 17, except for the kid who didn't know how to stop fighting. He was actually 18. So we were kind of worried that they were going to call the cops or something on us, because if they found out he was 18, like, he would get an assault charge, which was not going to be good. So, lo and behold, they didn't, because they were, I'm not going to say they were cool about it, because obviously they wanted to fight us in the first place, but, like, they respected it, and they were like, no, we're not going to do anything stupid and call the cops or anything like that. But, I will say they put up a good fight. I mean, obviously we whooped the shit out of them because, we were a bunch of seniors and a bunch of little dinky freshmen. So, I mean, yeah, but it was a weird experience. It was definitely something new for me. I've never been in like a huge brawl like that before, so that was something new. Would not recommend you guys doing that. Like, no one should ever want to fight anybody. So, but yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like, and please subscribe. I've been daily uploading for 3 days. Like, I know it's like a new YouTube channel, and like people aren't gonna flock to it, but like, if you could subscribe and leave some support, that'd be amazing. Like, so, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Peace out.